If you look at the last 5 really Christmases, and we're going to show Eau Claire at this point right now, you can see it's been fairly mild for most Christmas besides 2022 and maybe 2020. You even got that 53 in there, 23, so it's not out of the question to see 50s on Christmas. We're going to be probably somewhere in between, probably not far off, at least for Eau Claire. Maybe 2021 will be pretty close to what we're doing with temperature-wise. Not expecting any much in the way of precipitation, but you can note 2023 we had a ½ inch of liquid precipitation, so quite mild for at least the last 5 of them, for the most part, minus that 2022. So, as I mentioned tonight, mid to upper 20s, low 30s is actually very close to where we should be for an overnight, for our average high for this time of year. A little bit of cloud cover, we could see a little fog potential there, and the drizzle or that is really south of I-90 this evening. Otherwise, just a lot of cloud cover. Going into tomorrow, too, we're going to see more mid to upper 30s, low 30s to the north. There's still that potential for fog in the morning. Once again, when you have this type of warm air mass overhead with the snow on the ground and light winds, you can sometimes get these areas of patchy fog. Shouldn't be dense or widespread, but still dry and still pretty good for Christmas. Now, overall, this pattern, as we mentioned, Arctic air is locked to the north. Really, the jet swings all the way up there. All the activities on both coasts, especially the west coast. And really, as we see it going on, we're not going to see much change. In fact, you see a little bit of a pull of more warmer air coming towards Friday and especially Saturday before, yes, we got a cold plunge of Arctic air that's going to be really plunging southward towards the area, coming in through Sunday and then lingering into Monday. But it's pretty progressive. It'll push east, and then as we go towards the next week and getting closer to New Year's Day, it gets a little bit more question mark on exactly where this jet's going to start setting up in the cold air. Right now, I think it's going to be kind of still locked to the north, but we'll keep updated on what it looks like going forward. Right now, no significant systems, at least snow-wise, look to be impacting the area through New Year's Day at this point. Now, the only concern we have with this whole forecast really is, I think, besides wind Sunday, is tomorrow night when we do have that precipitation, and it could be frozen. As you note, some pink showing up right here. It could be freezing rain, sleet. That'll push through the area. Potentially Eau Claire up to Ladysmith, areas to the east is where you could be some concern with some ice. Further south, probably not. Notice the temperatures as we go to 6 a.m. Friday. We're all above freezing or fairly close. So not a huge impact with the amount of ice given the temperatures are rising, but something if you're late out there or early Friday morning, especially north, you might have a few slick spots going on. As we look at total ice, really light glaze. Really highlights basically Rusk County further east. That's kind of where you could see amounts. If we look at basically a 1/10 of an inch, which now you're getting kind of significant ice, there's still a low probability, but Rusk County and eastward, that's the area we'll have to keep an eye on for maybe some more potential issues. But as of right now, I think we're pretty good. As we go into Friday's temperatures, those highs, a lot of 40s out there, even mid 40s. As we go into Saturday, that wind turns around. We get a little even warmer. There's a potential areas down south could get 50 if we break up the cloud cover, because the front will be coming through that system Saturday night, and things definitely change going into Sunday. In fact, our high temperatures Sunday, as I show you here, are likely to be closer to midnight because our temperatures are going to fall all throughout the day. As you note, all this cold air further back, look at those single digits in the Dakotas. That's the wind, cold air beginning to push through the area. So Sunday has a lot of wind, some snow showers, and falling temperatures basically from the 30s. By the time you go back home Sunday evening, we're probably in the teens to 20s, and that's a start of a cold stretch, but it won't last too long. Note that we'll be getting to Monday. We'll have some sub-zero lows potentially in some areas, but then we boost those temperatures up to seasonal level Tuesday, Wednesday, with more wind and potential systems coming through. And as of right now, I said, no significant system through New Year's Day yet, but we'll see if that changes. But the big story is, yeah, the mild conditions, and then, yes, the big plunge coming Sunday into Monday.
Yeah, mild will be coming to an end.
Yeah, Sunday, like I said, we mentioned the Packers. Thankfully, they're not playing on Sunday because it'd be a different story.
You could only run the ball if you were playing on Sunday.
Exactly.
Thanks, Greg.